Hey guys, how you doing today? Happy 4th of July. So today's video is going to be a little different than normal because I know I often talk about the philosophy of being a beat maker on this channel, but today I realized I never actually have shown you guys my beat making process. So today I want to take you along and make a SZA x Frank Ocean x Daniel Caesar type beat. So lots of guitars, really ethereal pads, some groovy drums, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So without further ado, let's make this beat. But before we begin, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you want me to talk about next, or if you want to see more videos like this in the future. So when it comes to making an indie R&B beat, I always love starting off with the drums. I typically try to look for drums that are groovy, yet have that live feel to them. It's kind of a good combination between a live drum set with kind of an R&B groove. So let's pull up our best friend Splice. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna just type in indie pop drums. And almost all of my beats that are in this genre I found sound really good at 90 BPM. All right, let's see what we got. That one's good, but I've used it before. It's a little too busy for me. That's just a fill. Ooh. That one is cool. Okay, maybe. Ooh. Ooh, this one. I like this one. You guys like this one? Yeah, that's good. That's fire. That really gives me those Leon Thomas vibes. And I loved Leon Thomas's latest album. Like, oh my gosh, that was so good. He is truly the blueprint. Like, I could totally see why SZA wanted to take Snooze, because that man's a genius. Always got to crank it down because these splice files are so loud. So loud. I always turn them down at least 7 dB. One tip I've found is really helpful when gain staging is to keep your drums, since I always start off with drums, is to make sure they don't go past negative 9 dB. So I'm going to set that there, and I feel like that's a good level where they're loud enough, but they're not going to start clipping once you add a bunch of other instruments. All right, I'm going to loop that. Boom. And now to pull out my handy dandy guitarra. And I was just listening to Control earlier today too, so I'm heavily inspired. I'm heavily inspired. I am ready. Let's do this. Okay, we're back. Sorry, my camera overheated again, but let's do this again. So we got some drums. Let's hit up this guitar. So I came up with a whole new part. That's good enough to me. Let's add some more guitars. See what else I can add. I'm gonna crank up the chorus a bit. Maybe even a little more reverb. it just me, or do I have to like sing it to be able to do it? Something like that. I got this. Now at this point, I know a lot of people would probably go for bass, but I like to build out all the different chordal layers, and then I like to just glue it all together with the bass. So I'm feeling some vintage keys with this. So let's see what we got. This is Analog Lab. This is probably my favorite VST ever. I pretty much use on every production, whether I'm doing commercial stuff or doing, you know, typical type beats. They have so many vintage synth emulations, like, you know, any kind of Juno, DX7s, they have Moogs, they have Prophet 5 emulations. And this is only just one chunk of the whole Arturia collection that I eventually want to get, but it's like $500. So I just have this one for now. But this is pretty much everything I need. And I'll show you some other plugins I use for cool synth pads as well. But let's see what we got. This one could be cool. I always like turning up the reverb on any of these instruments. It just sounds amazing. Like, this could be cool. Maybe layer with something. Yeah, let's find something to layer it with. Let's open up labs. Now those are some good pads. Analog Lab is a free, not Analog Lab, sorry. Spitfire Labs is a free VST where you can go into their database. It's another app, and you just download any amount of plugins. Now, they are really big files, like 500 megabytes to a full gigabyte or more for a VST. But these sounds are immaculate, and they're very unique. And I feel like I really love throwing them in when I need something a little different sounding, a little spicy even. Like, let's see, I mean, you can see they have London Atmos. This is a bunch of like field recorded sounds from the city of London. They have a whirly, they have a really nice acoustic guitar VST, bunch of different string VSTs, more than you'd ever need. But I love the classic synth pads. I think I passed it. Now here it is. Like, these are just some nice, easygoing classic synth pads that you just can't go wrong with. Like, listen to that. It's easy. Now my camera's about to die, so let me just find a different sound real quick. Okay. Okay, that sounds cool together. So the sun is setting a lot faster than I expected. So while I was letting my camera cool down, I added a whole bunch of synth layers, and I think you guys are gonna like it. But let me record this down. Even more layers. Maybe I'll add more guitar layers. So let's start arranging. So this is like our general verse idea. Put these onto the chorus too. Maybe I'll have this come in here. Right? That looks good. Let's keep it building. So what I realized with a lot of songs that are a little slower, more in the indie genre. So when it comes to more indie type genres, and especially, SZA songs, Frank songs, I like the verses to be a lot longer than the choruses. So it gives the artist a little more time to, show off those writing skills. I feel like long verses are really nice, and they can be really beautiful at times. So I have the verses at 16 bars, and then the chorus 8 bars, and then I usually finish it off with a 16-bar chorus. But let's keep on building up this chorus with some more synths. Let's turn that down. Yeah, I like that a lot. And then we go back into the verses. We just repeat it, which is my favorite part. And then I'll add the bass. So we got like a verse, chorus, verse. Let's have an intro. Let's add the intro into 8-bar intro. Yeah. Yeah. Let's add some bass. Okay, so I just got this really cool idea for the bass. I laid down a verse idea, pretty simple, but I want to show you this chorus idea I got. Yeah, yeah, fire. And I realized I need to add more percussion. I was like, this is missing something, and I need more perks. I need that perks. So once again, we're back at Slice. I keep calling it Slice. We're back at Splice because it's my favorite thing ever. So let's find. I have so many 90 BPM loops, little perk loops. My computer is slowly eroding itself. Probably gonna need a new one soon. This one's like almost 6 years old, which isn't that old. Like a computer should last longer, but this would be cool in the background. Just kind of bury it in there. I'll turn it down a lot because I want it to be very subtle in the background. I'll probably even pan it slightly just so it's out of the way of everything. All the other percussion. I want it to be like barely there. Let's do some more. What else we got? Nah. More shakers. Well, that would sound kind of cool. You like in the second pre-chorus. Definitely bury it. Bury that all the way down, just like my feelings. Don't do that, kids. Let's do a classic second verse trick. Just cut out the drums. Yeah, it sounds good. How should I end this? Like, I always go for a double chorus. This is already 4 minutes long? Oh my gosh, how long is this beat? Oh my gosh. Dang. Okay. I guess I'll just fade it out from here. That was easy. My favorite way of fading it out, I like turning on that. And then it turns it into a track. It makes the master out a track. Sometimes it just like throws it anywhere. I think this is just a glitch in my logic. But let me know if this also happens to you. Or try it out for yourself. This is just the quickest way. I know there's an easier way, but I forgot how to do it. That's how I've been doing it for like the past couple weeks. So this beat is just about done. And then this is how I mix. This is Sound ID referenced by SonarWorks. This is my way of checking my mixes and seeing how they would translate to different scenarios. And then I have a profile for my speakers and then each of my different pairs of headphones that I use. It's so helpful. They actually sponsored me for a TikTok a couple years ago and they gave me these headphones. So that was really fun. Working with them on a video or two. This is how it would sound like in a more high-end car. That's what they say. This is how it would sound in a cheaper car sound system. This is how it would sound in AirPods, which I think is really helpful. AirPods really have a lot of high sizzle. That's how I know like what's too loud, what's too quiet. Honestly, there's a lot of high end in these drums. There's a lot of low end in this synth. This is Oxford Inflator. This is kind of like an upwards compressor. Just makes it louder without squashing the sound too much. Definitely comes in a pinch. I always throw it on my mix bus. And I think this beat is all done. And this beat will be available at the link in my bio. And you can also check out all my other tracks that I make there. I might do this a lot more often. This was a lot of fun to do. So definitely let me know what kind of type beats you want to see in the future. Or if you want to see the mixing process, maybe my songwriting process, whatever you like, just leave a comment down below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to follow me on my journey of trying to be a freelance beat maker. All right, see you next week.